We are in pre-season, and this is an update on the second game by Kaizer Chiefs in the Netherlands. They were playing against Utrecht, a side that has also qualified for Europa League for the upcoming season. Yes, I do go by the name of Oscar Ntsintsi Football, where I engage and discuss on anything to do with football, from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. One of the reasons I'm an advocate against broadcasting these pre-season games is because it's going to make fans emotional. It's going to make fans target certain players that they are not impressed with during this pre-season, and after watching a defeat against the Netherlands side, 4-0, it's just going to continue. They lost the first game to a first division side, Vitesse, now a 4-0 against Utrecht. And but as much as these are, you don't have to look too much into the losses. Obviously, there are certain things that the technical team, they are trying to correct or trying to master. There's definitely some positives even in the losses, and basically I'll try and just give my 2 cents worth of what I've seen, especially on this game against Utrecht. But it's better if such games are played behind closed doors. This is to protect the new players, the old players, the technical team, what even the technical team is trying to do. I would understand if the only game Kaizer Chiefs would broadcast would be that Toyota Cup game against Asante Kotoko at the end of this month here in South Africa. But all these other ones in Netherlands, maybe for numbers, maybe to make some coins in YouTube for the club, I'm not sure. But anyway, let us not focus too much on that and really just talk about the game. So Kaizer Chiefs started this game with a 4-3-3 system, and they had Peterson on goal. The fullbacks, they had the new guys, Shinga on the left, Munyani on the right, and then Aiden. I think Aiden is one of those players that played the 90 minutes today. Aiden McCarthy, he had partnered with Inacio Miguel, and then the midfield three of Ox, Tabocele, and Kosimpile Ngobo, with the front three. The left attacking forward was a Shaba, the right attacking forward was a Lilepo, with Flavio Silva as the number 9. But I also need to emphasize this point. One of the major differences between African clubs and European clubs is the tactical discipline of these Europeans. You look at how they are when they have the ball. You look how they set up when they don't have the ball, and you look at the number of seconds and minutes it takes them to recover the ball when they've lost it, versus when you take the same thing and you look at Kaizer Chiefs. It takes really long for Kaizer Chiefs to recover the ball, and their work off the ball is not as intense and as well coordinated like the side from the Netherlands. It's the little things. And one thing that I've noticed with the Nabi, I'm not really sure if he's playing some players off their natural position, because after they scored the third goal in the 55th minute, I think about 8 or 9 players were introduced with Sereno and who's this guy, the new guy coming from England. He was playing with the Eshi Dupri up top. So I'm not sure if this guy can play as a false 9 or he's a number 10. But after the third goal, they were playing more like a 4-4-2, with Modi coming from the left, Sereno coming from the right. But it was just a clear pattern that is it Caston? Ethan was played up top with an Ashley Dupree. There was no supply whatsoever from the midfield. And the midfield too, it was a Samgelo Zwane and a George Matlo. Back four of Rifrosla, right back. I'm forgetting who was on the right back, but there was a Quinika and Eden McCarthy with Bavuma substituting Peterson in that second half. They didn't have the ball. If I don't know, I'm not sure where we're going to get stats on this game, but I'm pretty sure Kaizer Chiefs had 10% or 15% of ball position in that second half. They were absolutely dominated. This is a well-structured side, tactically disciplined, and they were, you know what, Sereno tried, especially at the end there, but it was not really fruitful. And the guys like your Modi, sometimes it's good when you are really direct. Modi is a decent player, but at times he was found not to be really covering up for a Reef Forstler, because the side of Reef Forstler, which was the left back, was the side in that second half that was overloaded by this side. And but there are some improvements how they are passing the ball. I like how Kaizer Chiefs are so quick in transition. They are really quick with a Sereno, with a Ethan, with a Dupree, with a Modi, and obviously this is just the second game in pre-season, and this will probably improve as the days keep on going. But I must say I'm really disappointed with a Samkelo Zwane and a George Matlow. George Matlow has been rewarded with an extension on his contract, but yes, it's pre-season, but it doesn't show like the hunger that he really wants to keep that position in the midfield. So far, how things are looking, Ox is not the best defensive midfielder for Kaizer Chiefs. The guy can win you the ball, can intercept passes, but he's so poor in delivering when he's got the ball. He cannot pass to save his life. There's a mistake he made there in the second half before they were substituted, the big group. He's in the box, his own box, 18-yard box. He passes the ball to the opponents, and at that time, majority of those guys in the midfield they looked tired. And Tabakele cannot be used as a defensive midfield. At best, he is an 8. They really need someone like a Makaola, someone with teeth, and someone who can also join the guys in distribution and coordinating and the ball spreading. But Ox, he's definitely not a starter. Maybe unless they will use decent double 8s if they get this Faisal Feitoto Salum guy to partner probably with a Tabokele and maybe a Siposihle, not a Siposihle, either a Ngobo, Nkosimpila Ngobo, or the new guy Siposihle Ndlovu in that midfield. Any other midfielder doesn't deserve to start. Samkelo Zwane, I think the guy he's still on holiday, or maybe he thinks he's an artist or a dancer. Maybe he's arcade. I don't know. He really, but he had a sweet shot towards the end of that second half at Utrecht, which was saved by the goalkeeper. But his primary job in midfield, obviously, is linked to intercepting balls, winning balls, ball distribution, being a link from for the defense, midfield to the strikers, and he's not very good at that, because at times playing under pressure, that's where you actually see his weaknesses. He cannot. When you press a Samkelo Zwane, that's where he fumbles and makes a whole lot of these mistakes. Ekwinika, so they gave him an armband in that second team. Is not one that could be trusted, but he was decent. The McCarthy boy is also decent. It is clear as daylight that Kaizer Chiefs, they need a defensive midfielder. They need another goalkeeper. They need another striker. I don't know what was Nabi's plan in that second team you introduced. when Ethan and Dupree were playing, because they could not penetrate the Netherlands side at all. They could not. These are speedy. I mean, actually Dupree is a speedy Gonzalez, and therefore, if there's no room for him to run behind defenders, I mean, whenever the midfielders get the ball, already they are pressed. There's no time for them to think and actually launch those balls behind the defenders for a Dupree. So there was no opportunity created for both guys up top, Ethan or even and Ashley Dupree. Their best chances came when they were using their flanks, especially with the Modi side. And Sereno cutting in. You know, Sereno is not a pure winger. He really is almost like a 10.5 or a half winger. He likes cutting in and coming in the middle. He did a lot of those runs today, which was something positive for Kaizer Chiefs. When they're in transition, when it works, it will look very good when it works. But thus far, they've been playing against well-structured team. No need for Amakhosi faithful to panic. It's just pre-season, but obviously we are also seeing signs on some of these players. Flavio Silva is not convincing. Munyana looks decent. Shinga looks decent. I don't know who's going to partner Miguel Inacio in that central center back pairing. Goalkeeper, they definitely need to get rid of the Ntwari guy and get another goalkeeper, whether it's international or locally, but they need another goalkeeper. They need a defensive midfielder. They need another striker. The TS Galaxy structure has terminated his contract with the club. He's free. He had 11 goals last season. I think Kaizer Chiefs must go for him so that Flavio Silva, it's like Flavio Silva and Shiva Viro and Caleb Bemiminyana. They are not different. They're just the same. Teshrik Matthews, they really need another number 9 because these two, I don't trust them. I don't trust them at all. So that's how it ended in the Netherlands this afternoon, with Kaizer Chiefs losing that game 4-0. Yes, if you're seeing this space and this content for the very first time, love it if you join the family. You do support the channel by just liking. That like is so important for the algorithm. So it pushes this content to other people who are actually watching a similar content like you. So if you like this, even if you don't subscribe, if you do, thank you so much. But just liking and just commenting on the section below as to how you actually view or saw this game, I would really appreciate your feedback. Now let me end it there by declaring, may my God bless you all.